Looking at what's going on in the city.
50 ESPN San Antonio, 94.5 FM. On the go at ESPNSA.com. But you need to be on Facebook right now, wherever you are. You're on the road, pull over, open up your phone, go to Facebook Live, because you will see the beautiful face of James Pledger. Oh, and of course, the lovely Maddy Skye joins Jason and I'm Maddy. Welcome aboard. How was your day?
Hi, guys. It's going pretty well, other than the fact that I missed the Thunderbirds.
Well, join the club.
I was really excited. Did nobody else see it either?
I didn't see them. I heard them. I did not see them. I think Rob was the same way. Rob took a bunch of pictures of the sky, thought he saw the planes, but man, I'm seeing so many incredible photos on Facebook. I saw Chuck Stanley had some incredible shots, but he's a professional photographer. And Monica Taylor of the friends on my Facebook, they must have went right by her house and stopped and had some iced tea or something, because her pictures are just incredible.
Yeah, I saw a couple of friends at Ken 5 too. Got some really nice shots that definitely go in a photo album somewhere. But meanwhile, over here, I was waiting outside. I think all I got was a sunburn waiting for them. I could hear them, but could not see them. So I'm pretty sad.
You know, it's interesting this week as we're joined by Maddy Skye of mysa.com. We have been looking to the sky all week long. We had our Archbishop Gustavo fly over the city. What was that, on Monday or Tuesday? Monday.
That was Monday,
to bless our city in one of those old P-51 Mustangs. It looked like that was an interesting idea that didn't quite grab the same press, but it was a really interesting thing to see. I saw a lot of people taking pictures over there at their particular parishes, taking pictures of Archbishop flying over.
It was really.
Did you get a chance to go see them?
No, I didn't, but I saw a couple of parishes that did. They either wrote in their baseball field messages for him, or they formed a cross out of cars parked in the parking lot. And I actually saw today a news outlet called Now This. You may have seen their videos. They do a lot of really popular videos on Facebook and Twitter. They featured it. It's a national publication. They featured his flyover. That's actually something I was working on today. Is X amount of time San Antonio has made national news for our coronavirus pandemic response, whether it be, the drive-through zoo or political debates. San Antonio has been in the news quite often over the past couple of months.
Maddy Skye joining us here on the Blitz. I'm curious, did the story of the plane pulling the banner about Chinese virus make it national? I hope not.
I think that, I don't know. I think that I'm sure a lot of news outlets saw it, but I know I pitched the story just to make sure my team knew about it. But I think that definitely was part of a larger conversation that did go national, thanks to Senator Ted Cruz, that kind of slammed City Council for passing that resolution. So more people found out about it because he tweeted directly about it. So that may have made national news. So the resolution did, at least, and the debate surrounding it.
Exactly. Maddy Skye here on ESPN San Antonio as we're sitting here on the 13th of May thinking about summer and activities and, kids almost done with school, if you will. You went kayaking on the San Antonio River. You got my daughter and my niece.
Before she answers this, as a former boat driver, as a former driver for Rio San Antonio, I think this is really cool, but this can't be an ongoing thing. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, I don't think it will be.
It's been a thing, though, for a couple of years at least. I just discovered it. And
you can do it south of the downtown, of the horseshoe, as we call it. You always could. You could kayak through King William and all that. But let me tell you, as a guy who drove boats for several years, kayakers are a nuisance. You don't want them downtown rowing by the restaurants.
But that's why I was careful not to say the river walk, because I didn't kayak the river walk. I kayaked the San Antonio River in the King William Historic District.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really neat. I knew that coming around one of the parts of the bend that I was going to see the Tower Life building, but I didn't realize how cool it would be. I mean, I've seen that view running and jogging up and down that path, but not by kayak. So that was a really neat experience. And I think a lot of people, or I know a lot of people, didn't realize that was something that you could do. I think people thought that you could do it, but you might need, your own kayak or your own life jacket, but you could rent it pretty much by the hour. It was a really neat experience.
I had no idea. Now, one time when they do one of those Ford Canoe Challenges on the Riverwalk. I was a part of that years ago, and we ended up walking in that river, and I just left all the clothes there because I didn't want them again. And that's what, one of the things that I did notice is, just how clean everything looks downtown and how clean the San Antonio River looks without the normal traffic that would be down there.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a great Saturday, and the weather was perfect. We had originally thought to do it on Sunday, but I had forgot that it was Mother's Day, so we rescheduled for Saturday. But we were like, okay, well, the weather might not be as nice, but it ended up being perfect. It was, you can ask for better weather. It was cool, sunny, and there's also free parking. So I wrote a story. So seeing how much response my Instagram photos got, I did a story just to kind of round up all of the questions that I got based on parking. What do you see on your journey? How long is the journey? All the good stuff. So we published that on my essay, I think yesterday or the day before that. But I think a lot of people were really excited to know that existed. And yeah, another cool thing to do. And I think this pandemic is bringing out a lot of different sides of people, because I'm not outdoorsy at all. My idea of being outdoorsy was drinking a margarita on a patio. But there I was, kayaking.
Is there more to it than that? I mean, here you are joining us on a Facebook Live using a filter I didn't even know was possible.
I don't have a filter on.
Oh, come on. Hey, look how different you look than the rest of us. That's not a filter?
I do not have a filter on.
It's more than lighting. It says a lot about us, Rob.
Really
maybe Minix needs it. I think Minix, you need it.
I don't have a filter on.
All right.
No, you look fantastic. We're just uncut. We're used to looking at us on these, and no one looks good.
You can tell. I put on,
Maddy
Skye makeup.
Speaking of, first of all, for those that are really interested, where do you get on the river on the kayak?
That was probably one of the more shocking points for me, because I drive up and down the boat ramp every day of my life in a normal day, but it's right there in the middle of Southtown, right by the San Antonio River Authority. It's just
it's right over there by Sarah. Yeah. Okay, so if you wanted to do it, can you kayak through the Horseshoe right now? Are you allowed to go down by the restaurants and up toward the Pearl?
No.
So it's south of the dam. It's south of the lock.
Well,
for those of you that are unaware, there's a lock right there in Cesar Chavez, basically, and it's south of that.
And I think you can kayak on the museum reach, but I'm not sure that this company offers rentals on that. So if you have your own kayak, you may be able to. It's actually, the San Antonio River Authority has all of the possible paddling trails that you might want to get to. So check that out after you check out my article. But you can check that out too if you like to have a different trail to journey through.
She is Maddy Skye joining us on ESPN San Antonio. It's her weekly appointment, a little bit of sunshine in our lives. How was Mother's Day for you? I know this was a weird one for all of us. Luckily, you are in close contact with your mother. Did you do anything separate, different, interesting?
Yeah, she had a little bit of a surgery, a small surgery, so she can't really be up and about. So we brought Mother's Day to her. My brother came over with some tacos during the morning time, and then I made her favorite salmon with some avocado mashed stuff on top, and she loved it. So she was a happy camper.
Is that your go-to meal?
All day. Yeah, that's what I make when I want to impress people.
Well, look good. The Instas look mighty nice. What do you use to sweeten your salmon? The brown sugar?
I use to sweeten it, some honey. That's the secret ingredient.
Really?
Honey,
it looked fantastic.
Once it's baked, it tastes really buttery. It even smells buttery, but it's not. It's honey. Honey with some cilantro.
Outstanding. Maddy Skye. Please do. Unfortunately, I can't have the avocado. I'm allergic. That looked fantastic too.
What?
But your salmon.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Can you imagine growing up in San Antonio and I am unable to have guacamole? I couldn't even tell you what it tastes like. It's been 40 years since I've had an avocado by choice. Now, I've been poisoned a couple of times by restaurants, but I have no idea.
We learn something new about Rob every episode.
My face blows up like a party favor. I look like I've got a Halloween mask on when I eat avocado, or sadly.
It's true.
It's a filter.
And he's careful about it. I've been with him. Hey, order this. No avocado, no guac, no. No, not on there. And he's biting, going, "There's avocado in here." There, what is? No. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
It's like that, like Hitch Like that movie Hitch where his face blows up.
That's exactly what I look like. That no joke. I do look like Hitch when he had bad shellfish. Maddy, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you. Your spirits are bright. We love your Twitter feed. Keep up the good work. Your daily updates from the mayor and our county judge are extraordinary. Thank you for continuing that. Because I'll tell you what, Maddy, I have noticed over the last 2 months as we have distanced ourselves, I have so much. I can't watch the news. It is just, it's going down a rabbit hole for me. And for my updates, I think a lot of us are turning to the social medias, and you're the maven of that. And you've done a great job keeping us informed without taking us down that negative rabbit hole of where, you just tend to be when you start watching the broadcast news. So thank you so much for that. Please keep up the good work. Stay safe. And we look forward to seeing you, which is the real key to this, next week.
Thank you, guys. See y'all later.
Maddy Skye right here on ESPN San Antonio. We look forward to her every week.